former UN representative of Portugal, Ana Gomes, urges UN chief to reconsider positions toward the TPLF. And Ethio-Djibouti Railway addressing bottlenecks of trade between the two nations. This is our Disney News Hour, and a very warm welcome to the news. With the news, I'm Shifar Alako. Please stay with us. Ethiopian National Election Board announces that the Southwest Ethiopia referendum held on September 30, 2021 votes in favor of regional state formation. According to Board Deputy Chair Wubishet Ayele, Konta's Special District, West Omo, Benj Sheko, Dauro, Kafa and Sheka zones, formerly administered under Southern Nations, Nationalities and Peoples Regional State, have now voted for establishing their own regional state, making it the 11th state in the country. Of the 1,262,679 who cast ballots, 1,221,092 voted in favor of a new regional state called State of Southwest Ethiopia. Ethiopians have held a fundraising program in London to support the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The event, dubbed 1,000 Dinner for Gert, brought together Ethiopians and Ethiopian origins living in the UK. Ambassador of Ethiopia to the UK, Tafari Malesa, on the occasion commended all the participants for their incredible contribution to the prosperity of their home country. Participants, for their part, underscored the need to strengthen national unity and support to withstand economic pressures from the US and its Western allies. Now, the former member of the European Parliament, Portugal's mission representative to the UN, and an active advocate for human rights activist Ana Gomes, told Executive Secretary of the United Nations Antonio Guterres and the UN Relief Chief to consider their positions toward Ethiopia regarding the Tigray crisis. Ana, on her Twitter message, said, "One thing I know for having direct experience since I led the 2005 EU electoral observation mission to Ethiopia, the TPLF are a dangerous band of criminal oppressors and liars." It is to be recalled that Ana Gomes exposed attempts of the TPLF-led government to rig the 2005 elections while she led the EU observation mission. Now, the South Sudanese Presidential Affairs Minister Barnaba Marial Benjamin says his country is ready to support all peace efforts in Ethiopia. Barnaba congratulated Prime Minister Abiy for his reappointment as the Prime Minister of Ethiopia. Executive Secretary of the UNECA, Vera Songwe, who took part in the inaugural ceremony of the new Ethiopian government, has also pledged to support the government. Demis Mukweon reports.
Let me, at the very onset, take this opportunity on my own behalf and on behalf of your brothers and sisters from Kenya to congratulate you, my brother, on your election.
Several African leaders, including senior officials of continental and international entities, expressed support to Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed for his reappointment as head of government. South Sudanese Presidential Affairs Minister Barnaba Marial Benjamin, who happened to be part of the inaugural ceremony of the new Ethiopian government, has said PM Abiy's reappointment to lead Ethiopia is important to fortify peace and stability in Ethiopia and beyond. Noting Ethiopia's history of triumph in times of difficulties, Barnaba expressed his conviction that Ethiopia will be able to settle its internal and external problems.
Great people of Ethiopia, as they used to do, and if you get into their history, it is a history of survival and victory, a great history where the Ethiopian people had asserted. The fact that they were never colonized on the continent of Africa shows in how great the Ethiopian people have been. So despite the conflict and the difficulties and the challenges you get, it is the life of a nation always. You will always get out of it. So the people of South Sudan, the leadership of President Salva Kiir Mayardit, as he said, Ethiopia is the mother of Africa.
Barnaba said South Sudan owes Ethiopia a lot to achieve peace after independence, and he said his country is ready to pay back. In so doing, he expressed his country's commitment to exert all efforts for Ethiopia to become stable, unified, and secure.
Ethiopia has done a lot to see the independence of the Republic of South Sudan. With the help of the Ethiopian people and various Ethiopian administrations, we were able to liberate our country. They helped us. They wanted to see not the liberation of my own country, but the whole of Africa. We will work for peace to help Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to achieve peace in his country. We will give him all the support. We will be in solidarity with him, because during our struggle, the Ethiopian people were in solidarity with us. Now it is our payback. We are also going to give him all the support that our leadership and the people of South Sudan can give. We will be able to give all that is needed.
Meanwhile, the UN Economic Commission for Africa Executive Secretary Vera Songe congratulated PM Abiy for his reappointment and expressed UN's commitment to work with his government in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
First of all, I think as the United Nations, we're very happy to see the transition. We wish the new Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, huge success with the government. Of course, as an African, this is a joyous moment. It's always good to see transitions, and we hope for Africa that this is the beginning of a new and prosperous era. And we're looking at a new program for development across the world, which is the Sustainable Development Program. And I think that we are supporting the government of Ethiopia to make sure that they can achieve those goals.
Many agree Ethiopia passed through a number of challenges and scored remarkable results under PM Abiy's leadership in the last 3 years. But the country still has a long way to go in bringing peace and stability on top of economic challenge.
Now moving on, cluster farming in Ethiopia is said to have improved productivity. Paying a visit to one of the areas being developed in Oromia through cluster farming, new cabinet ministers and economic advisors of the Prime Minister have commended the effort, which can be replicated to other areas. Kasam Chani tells you more.
Cluster farming development programs have helped small-scale farmers to increase the productivity of wheat, barley, and other types of food crops in Ethiopia. Ethiopia's labor-intensive substitute farming, coupled with a rain-fed agriculture system, remained unproductive for centuries, which needs to transform the archaic approach into a modern one. With the introduction of a cluster farming development program, small-scale farmers in various waradas of our season started to increase their crop productivity, which in turn helped them build up food security. Having visited one of the barley cluster farming in Dodola district of West Arsi and the state of Oromia, ministers have said the cluster farming is significantly boosting productivity.
We have seen promising results that could help us attain our goal of ensuring prosperity. Farmers are able to develop their lands together through cluster farming. This will allow them cultivate, harvest, and find markets together. It is indeed a great stride.
Amo Mehratu, senior policy advisor to the Prime Minister, on his part affirmed improving productivity across the country ought to be given due attention, and the macroeconomic team must work more on that.
ስራ ሲከታማ እንዲሆን ከተፈለገ በኦሮሚያ
If this work is to gain attraction, there must be more efforts to support it. One thing which the Macroeconomic Committee should work on is that agricultural machinery should be imported duty-free so that mechanization will improve. Investment should also be encouraged to improve irrigation schemes. Providing loan to those who are working in the field of agriculture should be another key area that we should work on. We hope that what we have seen here in the state of Oromia should be replicated in other states.
Ethiopia is desperate to boost productivity as the country is grappling with natural and man-made crisis that is highly affecting agriculture sector.
You're still watching Addis News Hour. Ethiopian President Sahle-Work Zewde says Ethiopia deserves to have industrious generation with high understanding of regional and global affairs. This remark came when the president addressed the 2021 graduates of the Addis Ababa University. Alula Teklemariam has more.
Addis Ababa University, which is the oldest university of the country, graduated over 6,000 students in various fields of studies. High-ranking government officials, including President Sahle-Work Zewde and other invited guests, attended the event. Speaking on the occasion, President Sahle-Work Zewde said Ethiopia deserves to have an industrious generation with high understanding level of regional and global affairs. She expressed the need to strengthen national unity to overcome challenges that the country is facing.
ወቅቱ በበርካታ ውስብስብና እጅግ አስቸጋሪ ሁኔታዎች ውስጥ እያለን ዩኒቨርሲቲው የመማር ማስተማሩን ስራ
The university deserves graduate for maintaining the teaching learning process and graduating students irrespective of those complicated challenges. This is an indication of possibilities to create a great nation even during hard times when citizens come together for a common goal.
The president further underscored the necessity of ensuring increased participation of educated people to maintain the ongoing reform across the country. She further calls upon the graduates to play their fair share, turning the theories they have acquired into action.
ውድ ተመራቂዎች ከዚህ በኋላ አዲስ የህይወት ምዕራፍ ልትጀምሩ ነው።
Dear graduates, from now onward you are about to join a new chapter in your life, and I want to assure you that you have a big responsibility to contribute your share by promoting peace and unity in the tasks you are going to be assigned.
የሰላምና የአንድነት ዓላማ በመያዝ
Graduates to their party expressed happiness for realizing their dreams regardless of COVID-19 and related challenges.
ኮቪድ የነበረበትን ታይም እኛ ትምህርት ላይ ነበርን ብዙ አዳዲስ ነገሮችን በዚህ መሃል እንድናውቅ አስችሎናል በተለይ
The outbreak of COVID-19 was a challenge to the education process, but it helped us know many things. Previously, there was no online learning practice, but the pandemic forced us to learn how to deal with it. Generally, we had a good time.
Today's graduates hold BA, MA, and PhD degrees of different backgrounds.
Ministers appointed from opposition political parties commend the unprecedented move by the ruling party. The Prosperity Party has recently formed the new government to lead the nation by sharing ministerial position for members of the opposition parties. Haptamo Shagri has more.
Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is showing commitment to his words in including political party leaders in his new cabinet. A minister from opposition party is the chairperson of National Movement for the Amhara People. Belete Molla is appointed as Minister of Innovation and Technology. Belete has received the post of Innovation and Technology Ministry from the previous Minister of Innovation and Technology, Abraham Belai, who has become Defense Minister. According to Belete, the decision made by the government is critical and valuable for all ruling and opposition political parties to work together to the nation.
እንግዲህ በአገራችን የፖለቲካ ሂደት ውስጥ የመጀመሪያ ሊባል በሚችል ሁኔታ
In our political landscape, the government has participated opposition political parties in the electoral process in passing this decision. This is a valuable decision. We have common country and we have to feel the pain. Thus we received the government's decision proudly. We are also ready to work unwaveringly to move forward to ensure the advantage of the general public. In relation with the new post, I feel honored in the name of my party.
Former Minister of Innovation and Technology Abraham Belai, who is also a member of the Prosperity Party, said politicians can sustain the nation's interests without political ideology difference.
We may have different political ideology, but we don't differ in our views towards our country. We are ready to work together to realize development. It does not mean that differences in political ideologies is a detriment to development, peace and unity of the nation. We have many common agendas in this country. We are working government's job and mission, but not a party assignment. In any circumstance, political ideology difference is not a reason of obstacle to work and stand together, and this is a showcase.
Recently, all Ethiopians came together and closed the old chapter and opened the new chapter to ensure development and prosperity to the nation, but let aside.
ይሄ ማለት እንግዲህ አንድ አሮጌ ምዕራፍ ተሻግረናል ማለት ነው። አዲስ ምዕራፍ ውስጥ ገብተናል ማለት ነው።
We are entering a new chapter. To create this awareness, we have spent a historical journey. In our back history, all Ethiopians cannot contribute smart ideas together. Thus, this chapter brings backwardness to our nation. Recently, we understood the solution to move and stand together. Many political parties participated in the electoral process. The fact that some political parties did not win the election does not mean they lost their supporters. They have a voice. So the government has valued for these voices and made smart decisions. We are appreciating this good deed.
The minister pledged that he will work to promote Ethiopia's innovation and technology industry to the next level.
Now moving on, the Ethio-Djibouti railway line has contributed significantly to passengers and cargo transport between the neighbors and beyond. Completed with the support of the peoples of the Republic of China under the Belt and Road Initiative, the project is said to be a game changer. Kushumeliso has more on that from CGTN.
Thousands of containers transported from the port of Djibouti to this dry port located just a few kilometers outside of Addis Ababa. Ethiopia's requirements from heavy machinery to everyday goods shipped here. Thanks to the Ethiopia-Djibouti modern railway, a process that lasted days and cost down an arm and a leg has been reduced to hours, saved on cost and enhanced safety and efficiency. Ethiopia's history as a landlocked nation has changed once and for all.
Since the independence of Eritrea from Ethiopia, we just happen to be landlocked country. And this railway especially connects the Djibouti port which is almost equal in distance to the Assab port. So for us, changing this landlockedness into land-linkedness by railway. Professionally, in railway industry terms, we call it land-linkedness. So after having this railway, for us in the industry, we feel that Ethiopia is no more a landlocked country.
There are a lot of containers stored at Djibouti port. So this railway is helping by facilitating the transportation of these stored containers from Djibouti port to the city centers, to Mojo, and also to Ndode, our freight station near to Addis Ababa.
Commissioned about 6 years back with a funding and expertise from China, the 700 kilometers rail track transports passengers and goods every day from the heart of Ethiopia to Djibouti and vice versa.
Other than containers, we also transport very critical commodities like fertilizer, wheat, and also steel.
China's Importing-Export Bank injected billions of US dollars into this mega project. Ethiopians have hailed China for the fact that they, alongside Djiboutian, have reaped big from this Key Belt and Road Initiative flagship project.
The Chinese financing came not only with infrastructure building, but they are, committed to operate this, railway for the initial phase, because this railway is a standard gauge, and it is electrically and environment friendly, using very intensive technology. It needs some kind of learning period from the Chinese counterparts.
Beyond this railway, China has proven its commitment to Ethiopia on many other fronts. Aggressive investment in the road, industrial development and health sectors, to mention just a few.
The Chinese are real friends of Ethiopians, and of course to Africa, the Chinese, their contribution, cannot be explained. We are a true friend of these Chinese people, and the Chinese government is doing a very much encouraging work to help the country.
Ethiopia is eager to see more projects associated with the Belt and Road Initiative as they march together into a prosperous future with shared goals.
Finally, the mass vaccination campaign is underway in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The World Health Organization began vaccinating people on Saturday for bacterial meningitis. The DRC government declared an epidemic in August, but the highly contagious outbreak may have started months earlier and went unchecked for 2 days. It is an inflammation disease that can have flu-like symptoms and causes the soft protective tissue around the brain and spinal cord to swell. Where the disease is happening is part of the African meningitis belt, a region that runs across the continent from Senegal to Ethiopia and comprises 26 countries. It is the most vulnerable region in the world to reoccurring outbreaks. That's according to Al Jazeera. A quick reminder of the top stories. The former UN representative of Portugal, Ana Gomes, urges UN chief to reconsider positions toward the TPLF. And Ethio-Djibouti Railway addressing the bottlenecks of trade between the two countries. That's all the news there is for now. Many thanks for watching us.